as you mentioned, telecom companies, I think this could be a good time to learn a little bit about the telecom industry and telecom operators. It's a highly regulated industry segment, I think, mostly all around the globe. And mentioning things like SLAs, like service level agreements. So there are really strict requirements in terms of once the network is up and running, like how much it has to be up and running continuously. So I would like to dive into this a little bit to give context for those in the audience who don't have the experience in the telecom industry segment beyond, having the phone and making phone calls and connecting to the internet and having data available and all that. So who never really worked in this segment. So one thing that I think most people probably heard at one point is this five nines being thrown out. Can you explain a little bit what that term means?
Yeah. So the term five nines means you need to have 99%, 99.999% of uptime. Meaning that for the services that you offer within the telco, etc., meaning the service is available almost all the time with less than 5 minutes of downtime or in a year. Now, in theory, it looks nice, or it looks like very promising, or in slides, etc. But and traditionally in a telco, we were focused on not to fail. So failure is not failing is not a thing, right? But the mindset that was to build system, it's so rigid and also redundant that failure was almost like it's unthinkable. That's why I think you mentioned this traditional telcos are thinking of this regulatory and the compliance reliability aspect. One thing at Swisscom is we are shifting to becoming from a so-called like a traditional telco to a techco. It's also a big term within the whole telco industry, I think now. And we are embracing modern practices like SRE and cloud native principles. And the focus has shifted from avoiding failure to embracing failure. So what it means is now we are also looking into how to fail fast, recover even faster, and how to build systems that are more resilient by default. And in this context, mainly within the 5G core, please stop me if I'm going into too much detail. But in the 5G core, we have looked into Kubernetes, and that's a big role in this transformation. And it's an open source project by Google, so it brings a lot of value. And the Kubernetes itself, it brings self-healing and the scalability features, and it helps us to build these networks that can adapt to failure. So it somehow steers away from this having this not to fail mindset, or like having five nines principle, to have fail fast and build these reliable networks in a way.